Honorable Chief of Air Staff, this video is because of the signal that EVM Dixon just released. Let's go into it. My Honorable Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Anike, I did a video yesterday telling you congratulations, and I told you that immediately this your new administration start messing up, me, I will be here to come and criticize it. You started on a very good note, but it is obvious now that you want to start associating yourself with somebody that is educated illiterate. Because I don't know what is difficult in this admin that they cannot read English. And if they just can't, I've always said that the rank people carry is a wooden material that is sewn by a tailor. Do not let it get into your head. And if you are not intelligent or smart enough to understand administrative procedure or to read simple English, you have people, you have airmen who can read and translate these things properly. And that is why, my Honorable Chief of Air Staff, when a personnel go to court or a personnel meets me and we go to court, we end up winning the service because you don't pay attention to simple English. The service don't like, when you use emotions to work, you fail as a leader. You don't use emotion to work. You use the procedures to work. And what a lawyer normally use in defending his client, it is a laid down rules. I know concerning these tacos, I'll be addressing one to the president directly. I'll do a video direct to the president. It's like the president does not either read it or the people he assigned, because it's for armed forces, they just sign it blindly without reading it. So let me not lament much concerning this issue. Let's go straight into the point. AVM Bakari was an Oswald. Now, you, AVM Dixon, you want to be the next Airsec that is an Oswald. You don't want to read. You don't want to get yourself acquainted. First of all, AVM Bakari released a signal saying that personnel must serve 2 years or give a notice of 2 years before they can go on voluntary retirement. And I think as at that time, we had a case in court concerning voluntary retirement. He knows about it and the service know what I'm saying. And which, after that date, he made an amendment correcting himself after they have already lost the case in court. And that case was my case. So now he corrected it that regular must serve so year. So person must serve so years, and those who did not serve up to 10 years, 8 years, or those who did not serve up to that years are to apply for what we call involuntary discharge, which is very, very fair enough. So if you know you have not served 10 years, your application should not be voluntary discharge. Your application should be involuntary discharge, which was very, very clear. And personnel begin to go, and some was approved, the ones that are in Oshodi presently. After that signal, and this is the signal. Not be voluntary discharge. Your application should be involuntary discharge, which was very, very clear. And personnel begin to go, and some was approved, the ones that are in Oshodi presently. After that signal, and this is the signal. Now let's move forward. Dixon now, the next Oswald. You know, I know you very, very well. I know that you use emotion and sentiments. You know, you are admin, I'm admin. You know, I know you very well. I don't like when simple English you can't read. Now let's dig into it. Let's work with tacos. Let me not talk on my own capacity. Let me talk according to the book. Now this is the tacos 2024 reviewed and signed by the president. And this is what it said. Let's go into the officer's tacos and what it says before you can retire as an officer, irrespective of whether DRC or this, which is already stipulated there. Now, and you have DRR, my honorable, you have legal team, my honorable chief. I believe they will explain this in legal terms in what I'm saying. Because me, I want to use the book. I don't want to go contrary to the book so that they will not say this one, that one. As I said, my honorable chief, the aim of me doing all these things is for you to equip yourself and put people who are capable, people who take their time to read and understand. It is not just about able to read. When you read and you don't understand, or you go to school and you become an educated illiterate like Dixon, then it's a problem. Like AVM Dixon, it's a problem. Now, this is what the officer status said, signed by the president. If you need resettlement into civil life, it did not say when you want to retire. It did not say when you want to retire only. There is a clause. A lawyer will know this, and it is called a lacuna. So there is a clause in this. He said, if you need resettlement, you have to give the service 2 years notice. That is for officers cadre. If you need resettlement, there is tendency the officer might not want resettlement, and which is contestable by courts. And besides, the Nigerian constitution states when somebody is employed and that person has lost the will or does not wish to continue, you have to let the person go, because he's a military man who knows how to handle people and who knows how to do many things. Him losing interest, be you an officer or airman, he has already lost interest. Anything can happen, and he has now become a danger and a threat to the organization and the service and the country at large. And you are here, you Oswald Dixon, you just started, and this is what you are doing. We are crying that they should give an admin man that knows how to read and understand the policies. They don't give you now, you don't, they misbehave. You don't know the right thing to do. You don't feel read simple English and understand. If you don't read that, you don't get PA, you don't get people, you don't get SO1, you don't get SO2. We can read, interpret for you. And these are the things the lawyers always use to win their cases. Because there's a lacuna, there is a clause in that place. He said if the person needs resettlement, what about the officer say he doesn't need resettlement, he just wants to go, he knows what to do? It means if he go to court, he can win. Now let's move to the airmen. This is for the airmen that wants to voluntarily retire to leave the service, should give the service 6 months notice, which is understandable. So why are you bringing 2 years and all these things and saying nonsense that you cannot read, and making efforts to be wasting money on court, making personnel to be going to court, making them spending their little resources? Policies are meant for human being, and they are meant to govern human being properly, not act of wickedness or being terrible to people. If they frustrate you for your house, you don't want to go your village or your house. Sit down for Air Force, only you. No con they frustrate other people who won't leave or we get better thing to go and do. Avian Dixon, if I say this your Oswald ship, me and you could start to the enter. Every time you go to, I go to look according to the administration, because it's obvious that you are not competent. You are an incompetent AVM. Incompetent. So my honorable chief, I beg, don't be angry. I am very angry when I see people. Opportunity has been given to the admin for them to rule and guide and follow these procedures. And when somebody even comes to you, say, no, this is it. This is what it means. But an educated illiterate has now occupied the seat and cannot read and understand. And that is the reason why they will end up giving it to another person that does not even understand the field, and he keep doing mess up. My honorable chief, please, I'm very sorry. I have marked these things and I have arrowed them for you to read as a person and understand this English, and even call your legal team to interpret it, maybe, or call AVM Orumosu, or call reasonable people, or call AVM Indache, call reasonable people who will read and understand these things in plain simple terms and give it to you. This is something that has already been signed. He did not say you must give 2 years notice. That is for officers. He did not say so. He said if you want to settle, there's a lacuna. So it means the person can go without seeking resettlement. Therefore, Amen, he says 6 months notice. Give the service 6 months. If you want to go Oshodi in January, you're supposed to have applied by now. If you want to go Oshodi in July, you're supposed to apply by now, so that next year July you join the people. And that is clearly stated in the TACOS. So why are you bringing 2 years? Why are you bringing nonsense? The only thing that is clear, somebody not up to 10 years should apply for involuntary from his application. The person that is up to 10 years should apply for voluntary discharge. Simple. What nonsense are you saying? Oswald Dixon, educated illiterate. My honorable chief, no verse. I beg, read this thing by yourself. Make them bring and make you see, make you read and where you see whether they lie for you. I come in peace.